Baldur's Gate 3. Pretty good game. Got Game of the Year. It's fun and all, but like, it's a bit boring. You know, it's a bit boring. What if it wasn't? What if you simply did nothing? Right, now that's a good question. What if you simply did nothing? Would that be interesting? I guess so. Like, you can't even do it. Bye. Nah, I'm joking, obviously. I'm at least gonna talk about how far I did get. Now, first, we gotta start out with my beautiful character designs. Absolutely beautiful. Nothing like them. I tried, I spent hours on them. They're absolutely beautiful, and you're gonna be seeing them for the rest of the game. So get comfortable with them now. And God, there is a lot of game to cover. Now, if I have anything to say about this guy, is that he alone is the sole reason that this run was not possible. I don't like this man. The fact that he trapped us in a heckin' floating boat in the middle of nowhere. Bro, why? What are you doing?
My head.
Come on, too, buddy. After doing all this, just being told that I literally cannot progress further, it sucks. It heckin' sucks. Now, getting past the airship without getting any quests is kind of impossible, so I don't really need to show much from it. You can just kind of ignore this section. So I'm just gonna skip it, just like that. There we go. But yeah, this first section isn't really interesting either. I just kind of like jump across. I do some jumping stuff, and then once I do some jumping stuff, I kind of just jump into the second area. Like the speed run, like the old speed run. I know this is gonna be super outdated because this is running on a really old version, but I just do like the speed run, and then I do the little jumpy thing, and I go to the next area, and then after I go to the next area, that's where it starts to get interesting, because now I have to deal with a bunch of like gloom stuff from Tears of the Kingdom, which is a much easier game to skip all the quests in, by the way. So you just kind of run into some gloom, and that's where it gets interesting, because I have to move my way through it. But you'll see that later. Oh, I mean, there was a bunch of cool stuff that I did to skip fights. I'll put that on in a second, like in the background. Yeah, there was a bunch of really random stuff that I did to skip fights. And cheesy stuff like stealing from NPCs and like stealing important items from them so that I could get broken really fast. Although it didn't go very fast because, you know, stealing is apparently difficult if you're not a thief. Who would have guessed? So once I've stolen all the important items and gotten broken character, right? You know, I can't do any boss fights, obviously, because boss fights would do a quest. So I had to skip all those. Meaning I barely got any experience, although I needed to get to a certain levels to get like Misty Step, which was required for some of it, like the stair thing, that stair thing. So to get up those stairs, you have to use Misty Step for some reason, and jumping doesn't work. Any other teleports don't work. Yeah, I tested those, even though Misty Step you get it earlier. And basically nothing hacking works. So you have to use Misty Step to get across those, which is kind of stupid that only that works, but hey, whatever. I mean, I do what I have to. So, to skip fights, I like push people off of cliffs. I push people off of cliffs, and I run away. Cause, you know, that's how wizards fight, obviously. You know, as a wizard, I would know. I would know. So, at this point, I've gone over a lot of weird tips and tricks and stuff that, well, I haven't really gone over them. So I say it's about time that I actually explain some of them. Starting with the most important one that kind of carried the entire run. Well, at least what I could do of it. And that's this little glitch that allows you to do a lot of cool stuff, including reviving all of your team and the enemies to full, basically restarting the battle, which is good on its own. However, it doesn't revive killed enemies. So basically, in later battles, I ended up just killing the enemy and then resetting everybody, focusing one enemy, resetting everybody, which carried me through like 50% of the game, kinda. So I should probably explain that one first. Yeah, basically. Actually, I'm not even sure if this glitch still works. So you just, so switching the difficulty mid-fight or just whenever you want, turns out that was a kind of bad idea, because when you switch difficulties, all the damage and stuff gets recalculated. Now, somewhere during that recalculation, you get healed. And that happens because when you switch up a difficulty, for some reason, damage goes down. I don't know, or maybe it stays the same. I'm actually not quite sure how it works myself. But when you switch up to a higher difficulty, your damage stays the same. Like, the damage you've taken. But when you switch back down, you heal. And you can do this whenever you want. And it turns out that being able to heal whenever you want for free is kind of broken. Because you literally can never die, and no matter what fight you're in. The only drawback, though, is that it heals enemies too. But that's okay, because as long as you killed one enemy, that guy won't come back. Because this can't revive dead enemies. They're still at 0. That means it's probably like multiplication or something. But anyway, this means that as long as you killed an enemy, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're healing anything, because if you just focus to one guy and that one guy is dead, then you reset everybody, and the only change that happened in the fight is that guy is dead, which helps you a lot, and is really, really broken. Although for some reason, in every video covering this exploit, nobody mentions that the enemies heal too. I don't know why. It's probably because they're like stupid YouTube people, which I am not an exception to. But you know what I'm saying, right? That they just want to clickbait you. They're like, oh, it's not. They want to have that feeling where you're just like, oh, it's not actually as broken as I thought. No, it is. It is. But just keep in mind that it does heal enemies too, and it might not work anymore because this was recorded like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, because I don't apparently know how to edit a video. Alright, on to the next one. Why did that duel take so long? I have no idea. We're going to talk about smoke next. Smoke isn't really a glitch, as more of it is just kind of broken, because you can choose pretty much everything in the entire hecking game with it. If you stand inside of it, nobody can see you, because nobody can see through smoke. I mean, I can see through smoke, but apparently I can't see through smoke, according to Baldur's Gate 3 at least. Being in smoke kinda sucks, so nobody wants to be in smoke. Which, I mean, understandable. 3, for some reason, smoke makes everything easier. I don't know why. It just kinda does, and I don't know, like, the specifics of it, but for some reason, it just makes everything way easier. And so, whenever you need to do something, what was that? Just put down some smoke. It'll make it easier, and nobody will go near you. You won't go near you. You'll hecking die. Because that's how smoke works, apparently. So, near the end of the game, there's a bit of a problem, and it's that damn gloom again. For some reason, it kills you no matter what. Doesn't matter what kind of light you have, doesn't matter what kind of anti-curse crap you got, it just kind of kills you, and it sucks. So you need to get this lamp, right? But the lamp gives you a quest. So I wanted to try to find a way to cross that little gloom area without using a lamp. Now, that sounds impossible, and trust me, it is. I tried many, many times and did a lot of shenanigans to try to get it to work. That was time wasted. That was a lot of time wasted. That was probably like at least a minute's worth of time wasted. But eventually, oh wait, yeah, no, I got this cleric, right? I got this cleric dude, and I'm like, oh wait, hirelings don't give you a quest when you get them. And I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. I need extra party members, hirelings. Forgot about them entirely. Cause I mean, who gives a crap about heckin' hirelings, bro? Nobody uses them. Unless they do it, I'm just hecking stupid. Anyway. So I was like, this hireling has, like, this cleric dude. He's got, like, a bunch of cleric anti-curse stuff, right? So I level him up, I get him all of his anti-curse stuff. Now, naturally, no anti-curse stuff works on this goddamn gloom, so it doesn't work. Well, crap, what am I gonna do? Right? So I try heckin' everything. I try the lights, because the curses apparently, you get rid of it with lights. Nope, doesn't work. I try the special light, doesn't work. So, I'm like, alright, well, I guess I just need to go get the lantern then. So, the first thing I try to go get the lantern is I go try to grab it from, like, my first plan is to grab it from the guide, right? Because you spawn this guide to try to get across. However, he doesn't spawn unless you've done the quest, which immediately created a bad situation for me because I needed that guide. However, I don't need a quest. So I was like, well, if I get the loot and I try to pickpocket it into the guy, maybe it won't set off the quest. Now, I was completely wrong, because when I was actually able to get the loot, which was its own absolute mess. First of all, trying to get it off of this lady by stealing it from her, because I forgot to do it earlier in the game. Ugh. Nah, if I did this again, which absolutely not, I'm never doing this again.
Allow me to explain, General.
If I did it again, though, I would definitely be stealing the spider loot off of that one rogue lady in the goblin camp earlier, because you need it. Or at least I thought you needed it. But you don't. You don't need it. Because it turns out that no matter how you get to the loot to the guy, one, if you don't give it to him through the dialogue option when you talk to him, doesn't count. And that's how he gives you the quest. Which kinda sucks. Not gonna lie. Right? So, I was like, alright, what are the other ways I can spawn this guy dude? There aren't really any other ways. Besides just straight up killing him, and I couldn't do that because he one-shot me, and I couldn't use my little cheater abilities to get through it. And obviously, you know, I'm not skilled enough to tactician my way around that, because, you know, I'm stupid. So I was like, you know what? Is there another lantern I could get my hands up? Because I didn't want to get the quest from the guy. So, it turns out that this one other guy that's being poisoned underground in this magma area, right? In like a dwarven area, that guy happens to have a lantern on him. So I'm like, okay, cool. I try to go get the lantern from this guy, but this guy doesn't have a live lantern. He is a dead lantern. And guess where the only way to get a lantern to become live is? To do the hecking quest. And I don't want to do the quest. So, I head down there, and I go through a bunch of shenanigans by trying to get past all the invisible guys You know that one fight where all the guys turn invisible, and then you have to ride a boat over? Well, I couldn't get on the boat, and then once I finally got over there and grabbed the lamp, right? I try to head back, and then before I even get a chance to go, like, I take the boat there, and then the guys just killed me. So I'm like, alright, how do I get through this? Well, I don't know why, but I didn't just teleport, because you simply cannot teleport. I don't know why you can't teleport, but you can't heckin' teleport. It's really stupid. So instead of teleporting, you kind of have to take the boat. Or do you? Cue the music. There it is. No, you don't actually. Instead, you can simply head back to the second area and then teleport from there. So that took me like a week to figure out, because again, I'm hecking stupid. So I go over and I finally get to teleport out of this hecking Dwemer area, which means I can never go back there again, or else Steamboat Willie is gonna come and try to kill me in my sleep. So I have that lamp. I'm like, all right, well, how am I gonna get this lamp lit, right? So it all comes back to the damn quest. I try to do the quest, I can't do the quest. I try to kill the guards outside the front that have lit lamps. No, they drop dead lamps, because of course they do. I head over to the heckin' guard area, right? I head over there, and then I get this lamp, and it's dead again. So I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna try to do the quest without getting the quest. And you know, maybe I should have thought of that earlier, because apparently sometimes the quest doesn't give you a quest, and then you can do it without getting a quest. I honestly have no idea how the heck this works. You normally get a quest from it, but for some reason, in this one instance, I just didn't. I don't understand. I just didn't get a quest. So, in fact, I did try just not getting the quest, and that's the solution. Simply do not get the quest. Who would have guessed? So, now that I have the lamp, I can basically go wherever. So, I run to Act 3, right? Simple. No, they don't let you go to Act 3. This hecking area is off limits because of the army. You have to do the quest. You literally cannot progress further. The game tells you so. You cannot go to Baldur's Gate without completing any quests. This game is horrible. I hate it. Obviously, this is just a bit. I don't actually hate the game. But I hecking hate this game. You can't skip things. You can't have fun. They don't want you to have fun. They want you to play the game the right way instead of whatever way you want to. Because this ain't heckin' Minecraft. I just compared Baldur's Gate 3 to Minecraft. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, no, you can't beat it questless. You can't beat the game at all. The minute you don't do any quests, the game goes, nah-uh, and goes, you cannot progress any further, and puts an invisible wall there. So when you go into the area, you just die. Doesn't that sound fun? You just simply die. Goodbye. That rhymes. What was that? That was weird. What the heck?
Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's and you haven't tried to have it removed. It may not The parasites were merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days, We share a common core. We are just like I've now. Hells, they need me. I have to go. No. I will. You must follow. Use.